Well, hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, let's talk about Cube Agree C62 for the 2022 season. I got a few questions about this Cube Agree C62, so I decided to feature it. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon, so it's gonna help in growing the channel. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then definitely thank you. So, as I was saying, 2022 Cube Agree C62 road bike. Let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? So you see, Cube Agree platform is their endurance platform. So a little bit relaxed geometry. It's not so, stiff and light bikes. It's mostly bikes designed for the long days in the saddle. And in this generation of Cube Agree bikes, they have also implemented some of the, aerodynamically optimized frames and the forks, which you can clearly see on this bike. But generally speaking, keep in your mind that Cube Agree is all about endurance road bike. Also, when you look at the paint scheme on this bike, unfortunately there is only one paint scheme to choose from. I wish that Cube has included at least another paint scheme, but it is what it is. You only have this white paint scheme. I mean, it looks decent, it looks nice, nothing special. As I say, I wish that Cube could have included at least another paint scheme. Also, the retail price of this bike is 3,000 British pounds. I'm expecting the retail price in Germany to be 3,000 euros or even less than 3,000 euros, maybe even around 2,700 euros. So if we have any listeners from Germany, please do let us know, because I wouldn't be surprised if this bike in Germany can go for about 2,700 euros, and then it's a very, very interesting offering. I mean, this price of 3,000 British pounds, it's a bit of a spicy price. I mean, there's no other way around it, but we're gonna dive in and see the specifications of this bike, and then at the end I'm gonna give you my summary and maybe some complaints if I have about this bike. So, without further ado, let's dive in and let's see what do you really get for your hard-earned money. And as always, we can kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is the carbon fiber frame, so-called C62 advanced twin mold technology with internal cable routing, integrated seat post clamp, also flat mount disc brakes, and also 12mm through axles both front and the back, and it should be a press fit bottom bracket, Shimano press fit bottom bracket standard. Fork on the bike, carbon fiber fork, Cube CSL aerodynamically optimized carbon fiber fork, flat mount disc brakes, and again 12mm through axle. Just keep in mind that carbon fiber frames and forks from Cube still have only 3 years warranty. This is a bit of a negative thing in my opinion, and I think Cube should really step up the game and offer you 5 years warranty. But it is what it is. Keep in mind 3 years warranty on the carbon fiber frame and the fork. Now let's talk about the braking system on this bike. So you see, the braking system on the bike is the Shimano Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes. So these are the Shimano's Ultegra BR R8070. 160mm braking rotors front and the back, absolutely excellent. And also these braking rotors are not Shimano Ultegra braking rotors. They are a little bit a level below, so this should be the Shimano's RT64 braking rotors, I believe. I mean, there's no problem now, of course, out of the box, they're gonna work perfectly fine, but maybe in the future you just wanna consider upgrading these braking rotors to the Shimano Ultegra braking rotors. As I was saying, 160mm braking rotors both front and the back, which is absolutely great, and again, Shimano's Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes, absolutely superb, no complaints here. Now let's talk about the whole group set on the bike. So you see the whole group set on the bike, so when we come to the shifters, front mech and the rear mech, is the Shimano Ultegra mechanical group set. So this Shimano Ultegra mechanical group set is the Shimano's Ultegra R8000 group set. So don't confuse it with the newest, greatest Shimano's Ultegra R8100 group set. So this group set on the bike is a mechanical Shimano Ultegra group set. So everything from the front mech, rear mech and the shifters, everything Shimano Ultegra R8000 mechanical group set. Absolutely superb mechanical group set, probably the best value for money out there on the market when it comes to mechanical group sets. Also, the crankset on the bike is the Shimano's Ultegra FCR 8000. This is the Holotech 2 crankset, 50-34 chainrings, and it's paired with the Shimano's Ultegra cassette, R8000 cassette, 11-32 cassette. So now you see this combination, 11-32 cassette and 50-34 chainrings. Definitely no problem in attacking any steep mountains or, spending a lot of hours in the saddle. And I really like that Cube has included 11-32 cassette. So this is a 11-speed group set, this Shimano Ultegra mechanical group set. So this 11-32 cassette will definitely give you a lot of range. So definitely no cutting corners on the crankset, no cutting corners on the cassette. Everything is Shimano Ultegra. When you look at the chain, Cube has also included the Shimano's HG700 chain. So this is a Shimano Ultegra 11-speed chain. Again, superb choice, no cutting corners here. Now let's talk about the wheelset and the tires. So the wheelset on this bike is the Newman Evolution SLR 32. So this Newman Evolution is kind of I would call it probably an in-house brand of Cube. And briefly about this Newman Evolution wheelset. So this is a classical, aluminium wheelset, so aluminium rim, 12mm through axles both front and the back. This wheelset has a 32mm rim height, and it is tubeless ready, but you will definitely need to buy your own tubeless tape and the tubeless valve. Internal width of this rim is 19mm. And as I see, the rear wheel has the weight of 865 grams. So let's say the front wheel is probably 800 grams. So I would say the whole wheel set is probably about 1,650 or 1,700 grams, which is perfectly fine for an aluminum wheel set. Also, keep in mind that the hubs on this wheel set are the Newman's own production hubs, aluminum hubs. I'm guessing some kind of sealed bearings. And as I said, 12mm through axles, and this wheelset is using the Sapim D-Lite spokes. Of course, it's constructed for the disc brakes, center lock disc brakes, and also the total weight that this wheelset can take is 120 kilograms, but this means, the bike plus the rider plus all the equipment you are carrying. But kind of long story short, a classical aluminum wheelset from Newman with Newman-owned hubs. I can't comment too much on the reliability of these things, but this is okay for the price range that we are speaking of this bike. Also, this wheelset is wrapped in the Continental Grand Sport race tires. This is a 28mm tire, absolutely great choice to go with the 28mm Continental tire. It will definitely give you a lot of air volume, and the ride is going to be so much more smoother. Now let's talk about the handlebar and the stem on this bike. So you see the stem is the Cube's Aero stem, internally cable routing. A handlebar is the Newman Evolution wing bar. I'm guessing these pieces are aluminum pieces. I'm not expecting anything carbon here in this price range. But the good thing is that handlebar and the stem are separate pieces. So if you need any fine tuning of your position, it's absolutely great. And also, if you want to replace these pieces in the future, it's very easy to replace, I'm guessing. Only thing is this Cube Aero stem. I don't think it's any special proprietary design, but maybe something to check with the Cube bike dealer. Now let's talk about the seat post and the seat. So the saddle on the bike seat is natural fit nuance. I absolutely have no experience with this saddle. Saddles are a personal preference, and if you got your desired saddle, please do fit it here. Seat post, it says that it's an Aero seat post with comfort flex, so I'm definitely expecting it to be a carbon fiber seat post. But again, please do check this. Is it a carbon fiber seat post on the bike? It should be. If it's not, then definitely you need to negotiate the bike price. Minimum, I would say, 150 British pounds, 150 euros, because a good carbon fiber seat post will cost you that. Total weight of this bike is 8.5 kilograms. Okay, Cube didn't say in which size 8.5 kilograms. I'm expecting they are giving this in the size 53 or maybe 56, hopefully 56. But let's also kind of just make an assumption that in probably the sizes 56 or 58, the weight of this bike could be easily 8.7 kilograms. I'm not so, worried about the weight of this bike. As I said, Cube Agree platform is an endurance bike, so 8.5, 8.7 kilograms is totally fine. The competition is on the same level. So, in a summary, do I have any special complaints about this bike, considering that the retail price is 3,000 British pounds, and I'm expecting in Germany this to be even less, probably around 2,700 euros, so if we got some, German listeners, please do let us know. So, there's only maybe few small things to consider when buying this bike. First thing first, just check with your Cube bike dealer that this seat post is a carbon fiber seat post. If it's not, then again, it's a good place to negotiate. Absolutely, they have to give you a carbon fiber seat post, or they should discount the bike price for about 150 British pounds or 150 euros or US dollars, wherever you are buying the bike. Second thing, just to consider in the future, these braking rotors are not Shimano Tegra braking rotors. These ones, don't get me wrong, it's going to be perfectly fine out of the box, but maybe in the future you want to upgrade to the Shimano Tegra braking rotors, again 160 millimeters both front and the back, and also maybe in the future, when you destroy this pair of wheels, maybe you want to upgrade to a bit more better wheel set, and then I always suggest you to first have a look at DT Swiss. And then if you don't find anything that you like at DT Swiss wheels, you can have a look at a bunch of other manufacturers out there. But generally speaking, no special complaints about this bike. I think Cube has done a very good job in this price bracket. I wish that Cube at some point increases their warranty on carbon fiber frames and the forks to 5 years, because now it's only 3 years. So I think this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida!